We have an 11 call for action investigation tonight. A driver admits exclusively to 11 News he was behind the wheel when he struck and killed a man in a crosswalk. That driver faces a misdemeanor tonight, despite admitting to us he left the deadly scene for several minutes. State Patrol says he wasn't charged with a felony because the driver returned to the crash. This all happened Halloween night last year east of Colorado Springs at Constitution and Peterson. 28-year-old Caleb Anderson was walking home from work in the well-lit crosswalk around 7 that night when he was hit. He died 2 days later in the hospital. 11 News reporter Melissa Henry explains what we've uncovered.
Leaving the scene of a deadly crash is a felony in Colorado with an average sentence of 4 to 12 years in prison. Parents of the victim we're talking about tonight are left with an empty sense of justice and questions.
And he was very, very happy to be spending Father's Day with me after all the Father's Day that I was deployed.
Mike Anderson says something does not sit right with him when thinking about accountability for the driver who hit and killed his son last October.
Sometimes you have good days and sometimes you have bad days, and you just have to get through them.
Christopher Poole was the man behind the wheel when Caleb Anderson was hit, according to the crash report. The 11 call for action team caught up with that suspect at his job, where he agreed to talk with us.
That doesn't make it okay. I'm not trying to alleviate what happened.
The crash report says he left the scene in his car and came back several minutes later without his car.
I moved the car. I ran back to him.
Why didn't you just stay at the scene? If your thought was how do I help this
because there was
person?
nothing. That's what I'm telling you. There was nothing I could do for you.
Poole faces a misdemeanor, careless driving, resulting in death. But the victim's parents want to know why he's not facing felony hit and run.
He knows his license is suspended. This isn't an accident.
Not in our minds.
The Andersons would like to see justice for Caleb, who was gaining independence as an adult with high-functioning autism.
He had just published his first, self-published his first novel.
According to the state trooper who investigated, Poole is not facing a felony because he returned to the scene. 11 News confirmed with court records, besides Christopher Poole's suspended license, he also has a prior DWAI on his record. He's next due in court in May. We also spoke with the district attorney's office. They could not comment, but said they do have the ability to bring additional charges up until trial. Back to you.